Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Kalimah Book Club. My name is Samia,
And I'm Shaheen.
and we are here together to talk about a book that we have picked and just geek out about it and just discuss it with each other, share our personal reflections, and see why that book is very special to us. And I wish I could take the credit for this, but this was Shaheen's idea. She was like, Samia, let's do this together, an online book club. I got super excited, and I wanted to ask you, why did you think it was a good idea? I mean, not that it wasn't, it is. I just wonder, like, what was your thought process behind this whole thing?
I love reading Islamic books, especially in the genre of spirituality and personal development. And I noticed that you also like to read similar books because sometimes you would post, on your Sunnah Living Instagram about, a certain book that you were reading and you would share your reflections. And I was like, oh my God, this seems like my kind of thing. So I was kind of doing that on my own and, I had like a few people in my life that I would discuss, books with or like what I was reading at the moment. But I just thought it would be a good idea to come together and discuss it online, so people can join our discussion if they want. Basically by listening and reading the book with us, however they chose to do that. And I just want to share my love of Islamic books with somebody.
Yes, and just like talk about it. It's really good to talk. I also like I think in my personal life I don't really talk to anyone about it. So like like when you're sitting out with the chatting with a friend or something, I don't have a friend who loves Islamic books like I do. So you are my online friend. So now inshallah 1,000 of us are gonna be friends together. I'm really looking forward to that. Inshallah, I have high dreams, big hopes, we're going there. But as far as the formatting for this is, so we actually have a secret list of books that we're not sharing because for several reasons, but mostly because let's keep it a surprise, right? But we picked a one book that we're going to be talking about. So we're going to have multiple seasons and you are seeing the beginning of season 1 and we've picked a book that Shaheen is going to tell us about. So Shaheen, tell us about the book that we've read and how that's going to go.
Okay, so we chose The Refinement of Souls by Ibn Ata'illah al-Iskandari. And yeah, so we chose this book because it's full of gems, right? I love books that are full of gems. It definitely gives you stuff to think about. It talks about a lot of things that are pertaining to our daily spiritual development as well as things that we can use to cleanse our heart. And so it deals with stuff like repentance, prayer, dhikr, stuff like that. And they're pretty short reflections, like about a page, half a page, sometimes 2 pages. And I think it's one of those books that you read slowly, so like you read a little bit and then you like take some time to digest the information, read some more. So the goal is definitely not completion. I think the goal is to learn and implement and see how does it relate to my life. I think that's what we're coming here to discuss, right?
Yes, we're definitely here to discuss how does that relate to us. Now, I have not read this book. Shaheen is the only one who's read it a while ago. And we made like a list of the books that I've read and the books that she's read. And then she really, really harped on this. Like, you guys, she was like, we have to do this book. I'm like, all right. So we ordered the book and I'm really looking forward to starting it. And I think that's a really good point you mentioned. We're just having a discussion, like two sisters coming together. I mean, as for me, this cannot be academic because I'm not qualified for that. So this is definitely very, very personal, and I'm looking forward to talking about it from that angle.
Mm-hmm.
So the format that to expect from this is going to be we're going to do a live, inshallah, on YouTube. And it's gonna be it's gonna be live on YouTube, so you can leave comments and we can have a little bit of interaction. And then we're gonna have a copy of that, a replay, if you will, on Facebook, so you can have access to that over there as well if you are a Facebook kind of a person. And for the audio, if you rather listen to it rather than see our faces all the time, then you can. I mean, why wouldn't you? But all right, we have this on the podcast for you. So inshallah, after that we do our sessions, then we're going to release them at a podcast as well, so you can listen to it while you're driving or when you're walking around the house or taking a walk outside or whatever that may be. So Shaheen, you want to tell everyone about the schedules?
Yeah, sure. So we're gonna go live every other Sunday, starting from July 12th. And the reason we're telling you about this whole project so early is because we want to give you a chance to buy the book, right? If you want to read and follow along, because that way your discussion, well, you'll get more out of the discussions, basically. When we're talking about it, you'll be like, oh, I remember this. So we will go live on July 12th. That's 4 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. And what time is it for you, Samia?
It is 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm in Arizona. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be going live July 12th, and basically on each episode basically will consist of a couple of chapters, because they're not really chapters, actually like sections in the book. So we have like pages, right? And we'll have all the pages listed. Um, where we have them listed.
We have it actually on the website as well as on our Instagram and on Facebook. And all of the links for all those pages in the description box, the links to the website. And also, actually, we compiled a little place. Like if you want to purchase the book right now, just went online and found some retailers in Singapore, in the US, in Canada, etc. And you can just click on it and it'll take you right over there. It is all online. Everything is right there. You can reach us over there as well if you click on, I believe it's contact us, so that you can send us a message and we can talk about things. And overall, I'm really excited to get this started. So you have a week and a day to get this book. But before we end for the day, for this little intro of the Kalimah Book Club, I wanted to ask you if you've read this book or not. If you have read this book, say yes, I have. And if you have not, and because we're like in two different camps here. She's read it. I haven't read it. So if you are like on my camp, let me know. If you're in her camp, let me know. But overall, really excited to get it started, inshallah.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see you on that Sunday. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.